What all have you lost due to your addiction?
I've lost a lot, but I would have lost a lot regardless. But I lost basically everything. My looks, you know.
I see you got your legs wrapped up. What's going on with that?
So it all started with somebody basically ran me over with like a motorbike or some shit like that. And after that, like I could see the veins around my boobs, so I started to shoot up around it.
Tell us your name, your age, and where you're from, and tell us your story, love, how you got caught up in this nightmare.
My name is Bunny. I'm from Chester County, and I basically came here because I left my house in Chester County because it got sold. So I came here because I was already coming here to grab. Because my ex got me on drugs here. So I figured it would be easier for me to just pack a bag and get dropped off here. So I've been here ever since. It's been like 4 years now.
4 years. Before we go further, let's go back. How was your childhood like growing up?
It was really good until my mom passed away. I was adopted when I was 1 by another part of my family, and my mom died when I was like 6 or 7, and then after that my dad really struggled, and but before that it was great. It wasn't that bad after that, but I lived with my grandma after that, and that was interesting.
All right, so you say your mom died, right? May her soul rest in peace.
Thank you.
What happened to your dad?
He just took on different government jobs. But he was like hanging out with the wrong women and stuff. And yeah.
Where is he now?
He lives in Coatesville. He just moved out of the Coatesville Veterans Association hospital. He used to live there, so now he lives in something like one of his friends' houses or something.
What's the relationship like between both of you?
It's pretty good.
Hold on, let that call go by. You say?
I said I see him like once a month.
Oh, that's good. That's great. Do you have siblings?
I do, but we don't talk much.
How many do you have?
All together, like 4.
And why don't you talk to them?
It's just complicated, like.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about school. How far do you go?
8th grade or 9th grade, I forget.
Yeah. What do you like about school when you were in school?
Just being around my friends. I like science and biology.
What type of student were you in school? Popular, a loner, or?
I went from like a loner to being popular to just not showing up. No, I just stayed home and smoked weed, and then after they got out of school, then we would link up.
Hold on, so you would stay home and smoke weed. Who were you living with?
My grandma and my dad, but my dad was like never home.
So grandma, you was just walking all over her, huh?
Poor grandma.
Right. They really love us.
Yeah, she tried really hard to keep me in line, but I just...
Is your grandma still alive?
She just passed away December 11th.
Grandmoms are the best. I love my grandma. May her soul rest in peace. May your grandmom soul rest in peace too.
Thank you, absolutely.
So now we're out here in Kensington. You said a guy got you hooked on drugs. What drug was it?
He was shooting up dope, and I didn't know what trank or Betty was.
You was misguided, basically.
Yeah, I thought it was real heroin, but then he told me it was fentanyl. But then I didn't know there was trank in it, and I learned about that real quick.
So before then, so what was your first drug experience?
Ever? Other than weed was probably cocaine.
Cocaine? Who introduced you to cocaine?
One of my buddies.
So was that the first drug, weed and cocaine?
Yeah, but then I got hooked on Xanax for the first time. The first time I ever got hooked on something, I was like 16 and doing Xanax up until I was like 19.
How did that make you feel?
I don't know, I would black out, stuff like that, and I would forget whole entire days would be missing, and I would just feel like relaxed if I did remember.
Yeah.
But then I started to get violent, and I did a little 2-week thing in a mental hospital, and because I kind of had a mental break on that stuff. So after that, I went to a hotel and I weaned myself off of it.
Okay.
Little by little, and then went back home.
Now you're in a black hole. What's your living situation currently?
Well, I was living in like the newer apartment thingies for 5 months. I just left like 2 or 3 weeks ago because the person I was living with was just a nut.
Oh, one of those situations?
Yeah, so now I'm back on the streets.
What is it like being homeless on the streets of Kensington?
Oh my God, it's nothing but scheming ass, crazy people. Trying to duck and dodge things, trying to do whatever to survive. It's all about money out here.
Kensington is a gold mine. Will you say it's a gold mine?
Hell yeah. There's money to be found everywhere. You just gotta know how to get it.
Right. Let's talk about drugs now. Currently out here, what drugs are you struggling with?
I used to shoot dope for like 2 years. Now I'm smoking it.
You smoking now?
Yeah, in a meth pipe with a torch.
Oh, okay. What's the difference between smoking and shooting?
A whole lot. You can overdose easier by smoking it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I overdosed apparently 3 times now. I got Narcan like 4 days ago. But I don't think I should have been. But anyway. Apparently, if you smoke it, you can overdose easier because when you're shooting it, you know, you're already doing a lot and you can kind of push it in slow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you smoke it, you just take that inhale and you might not wake up by the time you exhale, which is what happened to me.
Scary.
Yeah.
What do you remember when you woke up from your overdose? Do you remember anything? How you felt?
The last one?
Yeah.
I didn't feel as bad as I did before. I just remember feeling like I was mad as hell because I'm like, damn, you fucked my whole shit up.
I have had that experience before, Narcanning somebody and they woke up pissed off.
Yeah. Now, I was still breathing. I asked them, was I still breathing? Yeah, well, you shouldn't have Narcan. But maybe I was breathing messed up. I'm not going to blame them, but it sucks nonetheless.
So is that the only thing you're struggling with now? Just
and crack.
What's a day in your life look like? 24 hours?
It would probably be like go out, trick, make money, come back, smoke, maybe fall asleep for a little bit, eat something, go back out, do the same thing, maybe treat myself, buy myself some clothes or some shit. Why
do you want to live this life? It sounds like it's a nightmare.
It is a nightmare, especially when you wake up and all your shit's gone, but I don't have any other.
You don't what?
It's like I don't have family, so that's a nightmare. So at least in this one, you can feel good with it half the time.
You don't have any family? Your dad? I mean, you got your dad. Can't you go stay with your dad?
No.
Who else can you stay with?
Not really anybody.
Damn.
Yeah.
So where do you sleep?
Shit, I'll sleep on stairwells.
Oh, girl, you look like such an angel for you to be doing stuff like that. What was your life like before all this happened to you?
My family didn't like me from the get. Ever since my mom died, I was always the scapegoat. Before I ever touched a drug, they didn't like me. They didn't want to include me.
Why you say that? Why they didn't like you?
I think it's because my mom fucked up with all her real kids, and when she adopted me, I was the kid that she was trying to do right by, and my other sisters and shit, they resented me. You know, they go on social media and post stuff without my dad and me. It's always my mom and her ex-husband, who's dead now. They're both dead, but you know, they don't include me or anything. It's like we don't exist in there, and it's like, damn, I can't respect that no more. I can't pretend. I always knew I was adopted, but when I found out who was my real parents, that really struck me in a way.
What did you find out?
I found out that these family friends that used to come see us was my parents.
What?
And they were young, like real young, and I didn't like it. So I liked the dad, my real dad, but my real mom, I struggle with identifying with that because I don't really, well, the fucked up thing is there is a bond and we're a lot alike, but I don't like who she is, so therefore I don't like who I am.
What do you mean you don't like who she is? Your biological mom, you mean? Why don't you like who she is?
I just feel like she's like, no offense to her, because I love her regardless. She's just all over the place, like mental, man.
Are your parents, your biological parents, are they still alive?
My dad just died when I was 16.
Damn.
My mom's still around. She's just misguided. I don't know what her problem is.
What are some horrible things that you see out here? All that has happened to you?
Oh, just the other day, some guy tried to grab me, trying to do a date with me. I didn't want to do the date. I said no. So he tried to grab me all crazy, and my friend ended up punching him in the face. That was really ridiculous. I've seen people get beat up damn near to death over a phone. People fighting each other over a piece of foil with like a little bit of dope on it, or like a quarter. Yeah, really.
That's serious, huh?
Yeah, it is dire out here, more than others.
How do you stay safe out here?
I just play games with luck. I don't really have. I don't know. I just pray that I'm alright. Most of the time I am.
Your situation with your legs, I see you got your legs wrapped up. What's going on with that? How you doing, dear?
So this has been a chronic wound I've had for over 2 years. So it all started with somebody basically ran me over with like a motorbike or some shit like that. And after that, like I could see the veins around my wound, so I started to shoot up around it. And it just became like what you see all out here, like no skin. I think what I got was MRSA and you know that S-star stuff, like the black skin that just comes off. Now it's like mainly healed, but it's like the skin is having a hard time. When I was in jail, it was completely healed like this.
Okay.
When I came out and started smoking, the xylazine comes out of your skin,
and
it decides to come out of weak parts, so it came out of here, and now I just keep it closed, that wrapped up. They said just keep up with the wound care, take antibiotics if you're told to, stay going to the doctor. I don't really do any of that. I've been slacking, I can't lie. That's probably why it's still there. You heal slow, bones break, all that stuff with drink. So as long as I'm doing the drink,
got you.
Yeah, it's probably still gonna be there.
Are you ready for help? Why not? You know, this thing is taking out our generation, dear. You young. You got kids?
No.
No kids.
I don't know. I guess I'll just have to be ready when I'm ready.
What makes you want to keep taking drugs?
The way it feels and the way the withdrawal is so bad.
So is that one of your fears, the withdrawal?
That's the biggest, main fear, yeah.
What's the longest clean time you had?
Probably like a little over a month.
And how
because I was in jail.
Oh, you was locked, so you never been clean outside of jail?
I mean, I was clean on my own choice by like two weeks.
2 weeks? That's amazing. Why you went back to using?
Because I was withdrawing the whole time. The whole time.
What's your short-term goals now?
I'm trying to do less drugs, and I've succeeded a little bit.
What are some aspirations or some goals that you have in life?
Take care of my health better, talk to my dad more, and be more honest about what's happening to me.
Right. When you was a little girl, what do you want to become when you grow up?
When I was little, I wanted to be either a vet or one of the CSI people.
Sweet. If people want to reach out to you to offer you any type of guidance or support, do you have an email?
No, not at the moment.
Alright, it's okay. This one is to take us home. There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
My message for the world is just like one of my favorite songs, just move along.
Move along.
Yeah.
Just move along?
Just keep it going.
Okay.
That's all you can do.
Well, dear, what you said, Bunny, right?
Yeah.
Bunny, thank you so much for being courageous. The first time I didn't get you, but I ran into you again for a reason. So thank you for helping to save the future generation, and hope your story resonate with somebody and that they won't come down this road. One last thing, what message do you got for anyone that's in recovery?
Just remember what that first withdrawal was like. what that first day was like, every day's gonna get better.
You heard that from the lovely Bunny. Bunny, before we roll out, is there anything you're in need of that we can help you with?
Wound care.
Wound care?
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. So AML family, let's pray for our girl Bunny and let's support her. And I'll be out here and back and forth, and we'll do updates, and we'll continue following you, and hopefully it'll be a different scene that we'll see Bunny in one day. All right, hopping around a different scene. Right, fam?
Yeah.
All right, don't be bitter, be better.
Absolutely.
Until next time, we out there. Peace out.